Hey Lionheart folks, it's Lev. Welcome back to another video. For those of you who are new, I'm using pronouns. Today's video, yes, you read the title, and I want to share my thoughts about how pronouns do not define gender identity, and disclaimer that this is my opinion, it's my personal opinion, that pronouns do not define gender identity. I see pronouns as a form of gender expression, and gender expression and gender identity are two very different things. It's like being masculine or feminine doesn't define gender identity, and I don't think pronouns define gender identity either. Like, usually men use he, him pronouns and women use she, her pronouns typically. But that doesn't mean that all men use he, him pronouns and that all women use she, her pronouns and that all non-binary people use they, them pronouns. And those are the most common pronouns, he, him, they, them, she, her. But those aren't the only pronouns in existence, and it's important to respect whatever pronouns a person feels comfortable using. For example, I'm a transgender man, and I use he, him pronouns because those are the pronouns that are comfortable for me, and the ones that I feel align best with my identity and my way of expressing myself. But for example, if I use they, them pronouns, it doesn't mean that I'm non-binary. Or if I use she, her pronouns, it doesn't mean that I'm a woman. I would still be a man regardless of what pronouns I use. It's just I feel comfortable using he, him pronouns, and so those are the pronouns I use. But if there was a non-binary person, for example, who uses he, him pronouns or she, her pronouns or any pronouns, or if there was a woman who used he, him pronouns, or if there was a man who used she, her pronouns, it doesn't make them less valid as the identity. They're still the gender either way, regardless of what pronouns they use. And leading to my next point, that's the reason why it's so important to ask people what pronouns they use instead of assuming what pronouns they use. And I said this in a video before, and I'm going to say it again. It's not rude to ask people what pronouns they use. It's not rude to ask people for pronouns. It's not. And it's not like an invasive question at all. Invasive questions for me are like asking what I have downstairs about my genitals. I've actually been asked that before, and that is an invasive question and disrespectful and rude. But asking people what pronouns do you use is not disrespectful. Another way to sort of cue people to share pronouns is introducing ourselves with pronouns, like saying, "Hi, I'm Lev, I use him pronouns," and in a way that may cue the other person to share whatever pronouns they use as well. All in all, it's best to avoid assuming people's pronouns based on their physical presentation, their gender expression, as in whether they present masculine or feminine. It's just best to ask what pronouns you use. Yeah, that's all for this video. It's just a shorter video, just wanted to get my thoughts out. Thanks for watching folks, and I will see you in the next video.